What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. This video is spawned by an individual. I just got an email about 20 minutes ago, and I get these quite often. And a lot of times they're younger guys, because the wording that's used, you can tell right off the bat that they're younger guys. So, you know, he writes me this email and says flat out, I've been training, I do this, I do that, is there any way you can give me any pointers? And that's the key word. When I see pointers, I know that there's a guy that's under 20 years old, or a girl that's, well, it's usually a guy that's under 20 years old, that's looking for some information about training and diet. And possibly drugs too, because that happens a lot too. So you guys know when you're watching this, as soon as I see anything about performance enhancing drugs, I automatically delete the email. I don't even finish reading it. I don't even fucking look at it. I will not respond to it. I fucking just delete it. So beware, I just don't answer those questions, period. And especially when I see the ones that you guys are fucking 16, 17 years old, that just fucking pisses me off. It makes me want to slap the shit out of you to wake you up and realize that you're fucking doing the wrong thing already. But anyways, so back to this, pointers. Now, I think that what people are actually looking for is they want to hear me say, well, if you take the dumbbells and you twist them like this, it's going to, help that inner pec, which is what you're really lacking. And if, you do a lateral raise like this and you hold it for 2 seconds at the top, but come down, count 4 seconds on the way down, then 1 second on the way up and explode, but hold it there for another 5 seconds, although the other one was 4, it's going to make your delts bigger. Or if, if you squat and you do, 15 rep squat, you rest for 10 seconds, and then you do 2 reps, and you rest for 1 second, do 1, then your legs are going to grow. They're looking for these little secrets or tricks or tips or, pointers, they call them. And I'm like, this is really not what it's all about, And usually what I tell them, and I'm going to put this out here now because, I have to answer these things over and over again. So now what I'll probably do is just cut and paste this email into the thing so they can watch the video. Consistency. You have to be consistent. At 18 years old, very few people are consistent, even though you think you are. You are not consistent. You may be consistent by going to the gym, but your effort is not consistent. You are not in the gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever your split is, and working 100% just as hard every day as you were the day before. You're not doing that. I can guarantee you're not doing that, because I've taken people into the gym and they haven't been able to train a full week without fucking blowing up. So, it's just a fact. The diet. People fuck up the diet nonstop. And when I was younger as a teenager, I didn't even fucking pay attention to diet. I was trying to fucking slam weight gainer shakes. I was eating stuff like fucking canned ravioli. I was eating my mom's fucking lasagna. I would ask my mom to, the guys at the gym are eating tuna and broccoli. Can I have tuna, broccoli, and a baked potato? And she would make it for me when I was 15 years old. And I would eat and go, the fuck, I'm not eating this. And I go grab some fucking canned ravioli, open it up and eat it. Be like, yeah, I just ate. And that's what I thought good nutrition was, So, the first two things, be consistent and, pay attention to the diet. Super important, because you're not going to grow if you're not eating, right? I don't care who you are. Pop-Tarts are not going to get you fucking huge. Now, one of these motherfuckers running around eating these junk food are big and lean together. They're just not. Now, or unless you're completely fucking roided up and you didn't do that to get where you are, and now they're eating Pop-Tarts. That's how that works. All of a sudden now everybody's eating the junk food and they claim that's not how they got that way. But anyways. And as far as a routine, everybody wants the magic routine. Jerry, what are good pointers on a routine? There is no perfect routine. The perfect routine exists, but that's something that you have to find for you, or a coach can help you build. Okay, you're not going to open up a book, you're not going to go online and pull it off a fucking forum, and all of a sudden it's going to work. No, that could happen. Let me rebut that. That actually could happen. Jay Cutler, Branch Warren, Ronnie Coleman, these guys actually hit, Flex Wheeler, Kevin Levrone, these guys actually hit on, by luck, they hit on routines that really worked for them. The splits worked, there was enough rest, there was enough stimulation, they trained hard enough, they rested enough. I mean, they just happened to run through that. Could that happen for you? Absolutely. But if it hasn't happened yet, it's more than likely not going to happen. But you go find a routine and you look at it and you say, this one will fit my schedule. I got school, I got work, I got whatever the case may be. I got football practice, whatever. This will fit my schedule. And now I'm going to stick to it. And I mean stick to it for the next 16 weeks. It takes 16 weeks. Usually I like to go 12, but we'll go with an extra 4 and make it 16 weeks. I'm going to do this routine every day for 16 weeks. I'm going to try to progress in the exercises and get stronger. I'm going to make sure I train just as hard day 1 as day 4, or whatever the split is. And I'm going to make sure I get all my meals in. I'm going to make sure that I sleep enough. Even if I can't sleep enough, I'm going to make, because a lot of people, let's face facts, you got to work, you got a job, you got a family, whatever. Even if I can't fully sleep enough, I'm going to make sure that I'm training hard enough and eating enough so that I will get the most out of this. And I guarantee you'll get more out of doing that than trying to find some kind of magic fucking routine that does not exist. Now, Once you have these things into place, you're going to notice, okay, now I know how I feel when I eat this food. I know how I feel the day after I train legs. I feel like, you know, and then you're going to start feeling things, you know, start thinking about how things feel. Like, you know, I don't really feel like, you know, front squats are good for me. I feel like back squats are better. So I'm going to stick with the back squats. So now you start picking and choosing things that you build your own routine up. But you have to stick to things. And then even after you build that routine, a lot of people are not consistent. They don't stick to it. They wind up straying for whatever reason. Or the worst thing to do, and I used to do this all the time, the worst thing to do, and actually there are no muscle magazines anymore. Pretty much they're all gone except for MD and Flex. I think Muscle and Fitness is still around too, but I mean, they kind of just don't have a lot of information in there anymore. That's good anyways. I would get the muscle magazines, so you'd probably go on forums or whatever now, but I'd get the muscle magazines and I'd open it up and it would be like, mass building routine number 45. Iron Man was famous for this. They had natural bodybuilder routines. Every month they put a new routine in there. And I'd open up the book and I'd say, okay, I'd rip it out, take it to the gym, do that routine. 4 weeks later, the next Iron Man came out, I ripped that one out, do that routine. And I got to the point where I was just spinning my wheels because I'm not fucking sticking to anything long enough. I can't stick to anything. You know, you're not sticking to anything long enough to progress weight-wise, hypertrophy-wise, recovery-wise, and you're jumping onto something that, you know, this whole muscle confusion thing, that's something I'll tell you right off the bat is bullshit and you should stay away from it. You need to be consistent and be able to progress in things to be able to get your gains. Now, you know, that being said, I think the younger guys would benefit from just sitting back, getting a log, getting a notebook, making a log, tracking your weights. I did all this shit when I was younger. Tracking your weights, tracking your meals, knowing what's going in macro-wise. And it sounds like it's very like OCD. Hey, buddy. Brew thinks it's OCD too. It sounds very OCD, but you don't know what to change and you don't know what's working unless you know what's going on. Meaning training-wise, if you're getting stronger, if you take measurements, you know, take the measurements of your arms, your waist, your chest. If you want to take body fat measurements, take body fat measurements. But, you know, follow all that stuff, and eventually you're going to see patterns that, really, do you see the patterns though? There. You're gonna see, what's the matter, buddy? Yeah, you bored, huh? It's a snow day? Yeah. You're gonna see patterns of what is working and isn't. So those are my pointers for the younger guys. And good luck. bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bios3training.com is a log. Get it? The pointers, bicep, and we're out.